Well, this next couple, they're from New York, at least Chuck is. I'm not sure where Angela's from, but Chuck's from New York, and he is tough, but inside that big old toughie is a teddy bear. He's got the most beautiful wife, Angela. They had one of the largest, if not the largest, independent brokerage in the United States, and they brought it online with EXP. They're exploding. They got a massive business. They're just salt of the earth people, hearts bigger than the size of Texas. They are from Phoenix, Arizona today. Help me welcome to the stage Chuck and Angela Fazio, everyone. Woo! Give them a hand. Get up here. Welcome.
I don't know why we're up here, because we shouldn't be. We really shouldn't be. How do you go from running and owning one of the largest brokerages, single office brokerages in the entire country? Guys, this number one single office brokerage, 906 agents. We sold 6,000 homes a year out of one location, $2 billion a year. We've overseen over 40,000 homes sold and $9 billion in production. Why are we at another company? It doesn't logically make sense. But the theme you've been hearing, there's nothing logical about it. It's emotional. And that's what drives us. We're emotionally driven. So we're going to talk about our journey on how this happened. Our journey. So in October of 2017, Curtis Johnson, one of my agents, said, Chuck, we need to look at this EXP. Now, I heard of EXP in the past, and when you run a large brokerage, you don't really look at the smaller brokerages. They're not your competition. But when he talked about it, and then Jay Kinder gets on the phone, I'm a builder. I have an open mind. I do. I always have an open mind on where could something go. And it intrigued me. It intrigued me because they were doing something that nobody else was doing. So I said, you know what, maybe we'll give it a shot. And I had the privilege of talking to Glenn. And at that time when they were still building, Glenn said, yep, as long as you move your license, let's see what happens. So I said, okay, I moved my license, and I knew I was going to get backlash, because when the owner of one of the largest real estate brokerages in the country hangs his license at another brokerage, there's going to be some shit you're going to get.
And his wife doesn't, right?
But here's the problem. The problem is I was in love with my company. It was my company, our company, we built. So I didn't really dive into EXP. I didn't dive into EXP. Fast forward, though, on July of 2019, the ICA changed. And thank God it did.
I know. Can you believe we're thanking him for changing the ICA?
Everything happens for a reason. And I remember talking to Glenn, and Glenn said something so profound that hit me over the head. And Glenn said, you can't serve two masters. And I'm like, wow, it's true.
You didn't say that at first.
This is a PG audience. But no. So that's when it started the journey.
So you can tell I'm almost 50. You in the back can read my notes. So the funny thing is we spent about 6 months sleepless, totally sleepless. I'd wake up in the middle of the night and I'd be like, hi. And he'd be like, hi. Because we were stuck in, you make a pros and a cons list. We were stuck in the cons. Okay, so we were saying things like this. It's our baby. Revelation is our baby and our ministry, by the way, because the Lord firmly planted Revelation, grew it, and that was our ministry of spreading the word of Jesus Christ. So we're like, we can't give that up. It's our baby, right? And then Chuck is a man of his word. And when he moved in 2018 over to EXP, he gave everyone his word that we would never never go to EXP as Revelation. He told everyone that. He says, I'm doing this so we can build outside of Arizona. Arizona's Revelation, right? So he didn't want to go back on his word.
By the way, when we first met, she said she'd never get married.
I did. I did. And then the other thing is we're a little bit of a control freak kind of a couple, and we liked controlling our company, right? So we're like, we're going to go work for somebody else where somebody else has control of the company. That was hard for us. We talked a lot about that. Who were we going to be working with? We were very concerned about this because are we going to be pulling in the same direction as these people? Are they going to oppose the God we serve? Like, what's going on, right? The people. We were worried about moving from something comfortable to something that's completely unknown. That was another huge concern. A lot of people have these concerns. I think that it's so silly now that we didn't sleep for 6 months. We should have but that's their process. And then finally, we were taking such a risk because agents who move to EXP, if they don't like it, they just move, right? If we shut down our company, it's really burning the boats. You can't just go and start it back up again.
We can't go, sorry guys, just kidding, I'll come back.
Yeah.
906 of you.
Yes.
But I got to say, one of the biggest turning points, because we're very relational, is so Glenn had come into Phoenix, it was I think December of 2019. And I said, because we're really starting to really think, do we do this? And I go, I really would love to chat with him. And so we went to the event, and I didn't think it was going to be that big, but there was hundreds of people there, standing room only. At the end of it, there was like a line of people waiting to talk to him. And I'm like, we're never going to get time with
I said,
this
hold it,
guy.
babe. I'm going to go find Debbie.
So behind every great man is a great woman.
So I
which
stalked
was
her.
Debbie. And Debbie didn't really know who we were, and she found out who we were, and she goes, I will make it happen. And when Debbie says, I will make it happen, guess what? It's going to happen. And it was great. We went to lunch with them, and it was a great time. And I remember this conversation because this was so great. So everybody knows Glenn because he's a genius. But here's what you don't know about Glenn, or maybe somebody. He's a second-degree black belt in judo. That's impressive. Yep. And he told me the story on how he was sparring with Randy Couture, who's an MMA fighter, his son, and he broke his, I don't know if it was arm or his leg, but look, just to make the story good, he broke his arm and leg, okay? And his back too, okay? And I said, I like this guy. So.
I have the hottest sponsor at EXP. The hottest right there. So here's what we actually learned. This is what we learned, and now that I know it's true, but we didn't know this at first. Having control is not all that it's cracked up to be. Because I was the designated broker over 906 agents, and I took this part of it and went, you take that. I don't review anymore. I hate reviewing. I'm a high D, not a C, right? I don't have to deal with the lawsuits. I don't have to deal with any of that anymore. So I realized that the control that he actually gave us more control over our time, what we like to do, how we want to spend our time, the number of people that we could bless. And we had no idea.
Well, I think the thing that really hit us is, if we're called to be servant leaders, we better act like them. And we were watching what eXp Realty was doing. They were changing lives. And as leaders out there, leaders out there have a really hard time with pride and ego. To understand what a leader does, a leader is not someone who is in charge. A leader is one who cares for the people that they are in charge of. And I said, Lord, humble us, because our brokerage can't get the people that are under our care to where they need to be. And that was the pivoting point.
Well,
So-
also, I've got a couple more points right here.
Well, we're on a time crunch. They only gave us like 5 minutes.
No, everyone's cheating on time. So here's the thing that I also learned. There are God-fearing, the Lord-loving people all over the place at EXP. So we didn't have to worry about the people. And comfortable is a terrible trap. Yeah, and we were trapped. We were being ensnared by comfort. And I'm so grateful that we moved on. So how did it change our life? Hey, you have to do clicker. There we go.
So your renewed purpose.
Yeah, so we have complete renewed purpose. We can bless. We found out we were our own leadership lid, and now we are no longer the lid, which I appreciate. And not only that, but I'm so passionate. I'm passionate about Jesus Christ. I'm passionate about this man, and I love to bless people. I mean, we are servant leaders. God wired us that way, and EXP allows us to do that in such a massive way, inexhaustible way. Chuck always says there are 1,560,000 agents just in the United States. I think I can get some. I'm going to get some of those, right? So we have a renewed purpose that's way bigger than we ever were at Revelation.
Yes.
For sure.
The other one is it expanded our thinking. Look, one of the things that I live for and that I've grown to know as a business leader is Proverbs 27:17. As iron sharpens iron, one man sharpens another. And I think our Creator knows a thing or two about success. and to be able now to take like-minded people, I was telling Angela yesterday, we couldn't do this at our brokerage. To pour into each other, like-minded doers on the same mission. Like Michael Valdez said, he says, we're not a real estate company, that we are a movement. That's powerful. We become a juggernaut that's unstoppable. And the industry has no idea what's hitting them because they think we're a regular real estate brokerage. We're way more than that. A movement. So 2 key elements to building.
So we think about it really simply. We want to bring outside people in, and we want to bring inside people closer. That's the way we look at it. So we're very strategic. We love events. So we do really cool house events. I think I have a video in a minute if it'll load, just to show you what we do. But we also do things like podcasts. Like we pour into people with our Midweek Mind Freak or My Mom's in Real Estate. But we also...
I got a question. Out of the women out there, who's part of Angela's Power Women group? Let me hear this. Wow, listen to that.
It is
She's
an
a rock
awesome
star.
group. If you are a woman and you want to be part of my Power Women group, you may. It's focused solely on authentic agent attraction. And we meet every other Tuesday. It's an awesome group. So, so we bring people closer. We want to empower the people that come and trust us to change their lives too, whether that be with revenue share or building their real estate business, whatever it is. So we bring people closer. We bring outside people in. And do we have that little video just to show?
Let's see if we could, how that worked, that video.
Because you've got to build relationships.
I don't know how to start a video.
Do you know how to make that video start?
No.
Yes, they do.
They do. No, they don't.
No.
I didn't do it.
It's the screen before that.
Let's go here.
It's on that screen. Maybe it's not going to. But events...
I'm sorry, we do not have that video.
That's okay.
Was that God?
It really does.
Thank you, God.
See, he does answer prayers. But he said no.
It wasn't meant to be.
Anyway, you guys, the way that you decide on what to do is do what you love. Like he loves to cook. And I love to serve. So we have big house events, and we invite people into the things that we enjoy so we can authentically love on people. That's what you do to attract people. You authentically love on
If you're
them.
in Arizona, look us up. Once a week, we do VIP dinners, 40 to 50 people. We have 2 full commercial bars at our house with a full staff.
Hot
It's
waitresses.
awesome. So, the next one, guys, passion. Only to the degree you are sold can you sell. Guys, understand that line. Only to the degree you're sold can you sell. Here's the problem. Most of you guys out here are not having success, have no friggin' idea what you're selling. None.
He's not angry.
I get these texts all the time. How do I attract agents? Know your damn product. Our product is incredible. It's like taking a nice car and not knowing what's under the hood. We drive a Lamborghini. Nice Italian-made car. Guys, know what you're selling and you will have passion. See, I can't sell nothing that I'm not sold on. And I wasn't sold at the beginning. I'm sold out now. What Glenn built and what this staff built, I am sold out on. That's why we do the numbers we do. Know your product.
And think about it. You can't just know EXP by being there. Just in the same way, if you sit all day in your garage, it will not make you a car. You got to go figure it out. You've got to learn EXP.
So, I'm going to show you some numbers. Me and Angela actually have 2 separate businesses. And she's very competitive and very jealous that
I am very
I'm beating
mad
her.
that I have not surpassed him.
But I have
am
a head
very
start.
mad.
So this is Angela's numbers. These are my numbers. Guys, I show you these for a reason.
No, I got this. Thank you.
This is like the 4-minute mile. This is why I'm showing it. You see those numbers? That's the 4-minute mile to you. See, when Roger Bannister broke the 4-minute mile, it was a psychological thing to tell other runners that it can be done. People look at me and go, but Chuck, you're different. I'm no different. There was a post the other day. I try not to engage in posts too much, but I got sucked in. And the post was some guy from EXP, one of Daniel Beer's knuckleheads that he calls them, was talking about numbers, and then some agent says, well, tell me the numbers you do in revenue share. And the guy went silent, and the other guy kept badgering him. And so I chimed in. I said, message me offline. I'll show you my numbers. And the broker owner of that company who knows me chimed in and goes, Chuck, that's not fair. You're not normal.
Boo-hoo.
You're not normal. Guess what, guys? Do you know who I am? Here's who I am.
Hot.
Nope. I was a drug addict, a drug dealer, womanizing degenerate. I ran strip clubs for the mafia. I was a bodyguard for porno stars. I had guns pulled to my head. I've gotten jumped. I fell asleep, blacked out, drug-induced, 5 times doing 100 miles an hour heading straight for dividers, waking up right before impact. I should not be alive. You're right, I'm not normal. But
I was neither a stripper nor a porno star.
But when the Spirit of God gets a hold of you, you can't let go. And this is what happens when the Spirit of God gets a hold of me. I marry my best friend, beautiful wife, where nothing makes sense when we're apart. It's the love of my life. Then I got a beautiful family. We have 4 kids together, 2 adopted, 2 beautiful grandchildren, and I'm sure all of you guys see my spokesmodel for EXP. You see, guys, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. You guys are created wonderfully and beautifully made. Stop thinking you can't do those numbers. Every one of you's out there could do those numbers. We're all created in his image. Guys, and the next time an agent says to you, you're a bunch of recruiters. Here's what I want you to say. You're damn right, because I'm in the business to change lives. Tell me how you change someone's life. God bless you guys.
Let's give it up!